For this particular analysis of metaphor, the writer looked at the concept of thinking outside the box. And so this one is actually doing a pretty awesome job of a number of things. And I want to point those out so that you all have a chance to look at another sample that was working. So this one starts by introducing concepts and giving context about where the theory came from. So we have an idea about what the concept is of metaphor, and that metaphor came from the Machen text, Introduction to Multimodal Analysis. And then we also have a direct quote about structural resemblance uniting physical and non-physical objects. And then that is the kind of example that was talked about, is one where the physical and non-physical are connected. So the quote that's used is directly related to the discussion that's going to be provided in the analysis. Okay. I crossed out the as cited in Machen in orange there because Machen was already mentioned in the earlier sentence. So note to self, if the author is mentioned in the sentence, you don't need to mention it in the parenthetical citation as well. Okay, so as we continue on, in the purple, one of the things I wanted to point out is how this particular analysis shows critical thinking about the concept of metaphor. So this idea of the phrase is odd, if thinking out of the box means this, does it mean that? This begs the question. It asks us to think about it. It tells us what the box is. The box is life, but it's peculiar because the goal doesn't help us do one thing, but it does something else. So one of the things that I noted as a reader is that the conversation that the analysis provides a conversation about the complexity of the metaphor and how it does some things but maybe doesn't do other things, or how it's tricky. And so this is very insightful. It helps me kind of see what's going on in a new way. It also does, in orange here at the bottom, the metaphor outside the box means to do something. So it explicitly explains how the found text is doing something. It's telling us that this metaphor does something specific. So it's describing, explaining the metaphor. It's showing what the metaphorical association is, which is really key.